Susie's campaign. As parents, we often learn as much from our children as they do from us. Children remind us of a time when we were full of dreams and hopes, when the bitterness of life had not yet taught us to doubt ourselves when we faced difficulties and obstacles. My daughter Susie was in 5th grade when she learned her first lesson about life, death, and compassion. Her classmate Jeff had leukemia. He was very weak and had lost his hair, and had to miss school often. While some of Jeff's friends avoided him, made fun of him, or made fun of him, Susie took care of him, and the two became close friends. During Jeff's remission, Susie and Jeff were often together, playing, studying, and talking. They even ran 5K relay races for their class. They were inseparable. So it was a terrible shock for Susie to see leukemia flare up and take her best friend. It was also a time when my extraordinary daughter showed her creativity and strength of will. It taught us the power of belief. Susie wanted to do something to remind people of Jeff. Since Jeff had loved running when he was healthy, Susie came up with the idea of organizing a Jeff Castro Memorial Race on behalf of the Leukemia Association. When Susie told us about this idea, we were proud and touched, but also very hesitant. We knew that Susie had no idea of the importance of such an undertaking, nor did she have the experience or knowledge to organize such a program. In fact, we had no idea how to raise funds. So we just listened and put the story aside. We really did not expect that Susie would continue to try to realize her intention until she found someone who could help her. Without telling us in advance, Susie went to the teachers. Like us, they praised her idea and tried to explain to Susie why it was so difficult to implement. Besides the time and effort it would take, the teachers explained to my little Susie that she would need to contact and convince the right people as well as campaign for a very large amount of funding. They suggested to Susie some simpler programs. Susie just listened, said nothing and continued to do it her own way. You can imagine our family's surprise when, just 2 weeks later, we started getting calls at home from Pepsi-Cola, Coors, and other big-name companies asking to see Susie. She had contacted them to sponsor a race, and they wanted to know more about the race. From that moment on, we knew our daughter was determined to make her dream come true and we couldn't ignore it. A race had to happen and we were going to support her. After months of planning, coordination, and fundraising, the Leukemia Foundation Jeff Castro race was organized. Could it be successful? You bet. We raised over $20,000, half of which went to cover the expenses, and a check for $10,000 was proudly presented to the Leukemia Association. It all started with a little girl's desire to show her love for her boyfriend, a desire fueled by a strong will and determination that no one could shake.